if you're one of the young women that are always saying, where are all the good men at? Ask yourself this instead. Why am I attracting and attracted to the men that are not good for me? Ask yourself that question, reflect on it, and it'll get you much farther than asking yourself the foreman.
A lot of women out here that get past 30 and realize, damn, I miss my motherfucking man. I'm single. I have no man. I'm sitting out here trying to act like I'm a boss man in front of all these dang young women, but really I'm at home. They want to hug. They by themselves. They struggling because it's hard to be single.
I'm not taking you shopping. I'm not giving you no money. I will take you out. I will court you as a woman. I will date you. But as far as me buying you and you not my girl, I'm not doing it.
Okay, so we're going out. Who's paying?
I'm going to pay.
Right.
I'm going to pay. But right. I'll do that. That's a date.
Okay.
But I'm not, you talking about going to the mall. That's not never happening.
You don't lose a good man in one mistake. Mm-hmm. You lose him in patterns, in the small disrespect, in the constant criticism, in the effort that slowly fades. A good man doesn't just wake up and stop caring, but over time he realizes something, that the peace he's looking for is no longer in that relationship.
You know, a lot of times men are now ignoring women because, I mean, you said you wanted a simp, but men have understood that being thirsty, as y'all call it, has gotten me nowhere. You don't really like me like that. You just wanted me to spend money, and I'm not your ATM.
If you're still asking yourself, where are all the good men? They're pretty much hiding out until they find the same thing that they will provide. It's basically for their weaknesses and insecurities to be known but not taken for granted, which I know sounds like a bare minimum kind of thing. But the truth is that that sort of thing is expected of men, but somehow it is not expected for men. And that's why good men are still out there. They just don't want to be found by the wrong person.
You step into your male role, you invite a girl out to date, you have to pay because the initial interaction is that I can provide for you. Because usually feminists have this ideology of I could do it myself, but their biology wants a provider. You know, I feel like all women should have a provider that's able to help them and care for them and buy them the stuff they need. But what's the problem?
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Let me tell you something. Women respect men that they can't get over on. So to all you guys that's sending the Zelles and sending the Cash Apps and tricking hard without getting nothing in return, congratulations, you're a simp. Because ultimately, women are attracted to men that have boundaries, that stand their ground, that tell them, no, that's not happening. You want to know why? Because you're a man. And if she can't trick you, she know nobody else can.
You know, a lot of these modern women, they don't understand that the way they've been talking, which is reckless, they wanted to be invisible to creeps, as they so call it, which is really just a normal man saying hello to you. But now you're invisible to everybody. And that's something that you have to deal with because you was acting like a loser.
Who is he to you if he's not your man? Friend's friend? You're not even a friend, you're a friend's friend. You're cold, bro. A friend's friend. What does he have to do to get some? Who paid tonight? He did? You're messed up, bro. The friend's friend paid.
I've officially decided that I'm no longer a lover girl. I am now a supervillain. I don't believe in love anymore. I have no hope in men. I used to think like, oh my God, no, not all men, not all men. That I'm done. I'm just done. Nothing in particular set me off. Set me over the ledge, but it's just, I think, the experience I've had as a whole. It's over. No more.
And once again, you see modern women understand that the tables are turning. You got to start putting yourself out there and risking getting rejected and turned down. And again, like I said, when a man turns you down, it's going to be a lot milder than what a lot of these women out here are doing. So you actually getting off easy.
Universally, most men are looking for a helper in whatever capacity they need her to help.
Yeah.
So whether that be you're his bookkeeper, his secretary, his personal assistant, a man would rather you work for him than to work under anyone else. He would rather you be his support system, his dream, like you are helping his dream come true than for you to give your energy, your time, your resources to someone else.
Yeah.
So I think that that's number one. Also, other tangible things is, again, having a uniqueness to yourself. I don't think a lot of women are unique anymore. I don't think we're unique. So when you ask a woman, what do you offer a man, or what do you bring to this said table?
Yeah.
Most women say, I am the table. That's because they don't know what they offer. They don't have anything to offer. They haven't actually established that within them.
I feel so lonely every day. I don't understand why I'm alone so many years. I divorced 7 years ago. I'm alone every day. I go sleep alone. I wake up alone. When everybody have their off, I'm alone also. I want to have boyfriend. I'm tired of being alone all the time. Good guy who sleep with me, respect me, and love me. We have fun together. We travel all over the world and visit different countries. I dream about man who is love travel, who is a lot of travel, change country every month. This is so fun. If I have man who live in Europe, and next month he live Dubai, next month he live China, and I go with him and do it with, on social media. Like travel. Actually, I want to visit most countries. I don't have this money. I spent a lot of time on dating site and this is nothing. My dream is China. I stay in the dating site and I cannot meet guys.
These modern women and the way that they talk on social media, thinking that they have options, thinking that they can do better. Oh, I've got DMs coming in. I ain't satisfied with this person. I ain't settling. Just a whole bunch of foolishness is really all it is. Where are all the good men? And that's all it leads back to. Where are the good men at? How come I can't find a good man? Because you got on social media and you thought you had more options than you actually did. That's the problem. You're thinking that you're more than what you actually are.
Now we gotta do with the men being delusional. Men really believe in their minds that they're choosing to not date. That's why the birth rates are declining. That's what they believe. No, there's no way y'all believe that. Women chose to stop dating before men chose to stop dating. So what are y'all talking about? It was the women who literally came out and say, we're not dating anymore because you all kept saying you're choosing the wrong man, you're choosing the wrong man. So women said, F it. I'm not going to choose anyone because it's a lose-lose situation. And then from that, men can't get dates because women chose to stop dating. So what are y'all talking about? It wasn't men who chose to stop dating.
I grew up, I don't know if it's because the Italian values or what, I grew up the man is supposed to take care of the woman. The man is supposed to go up to the girls. The man is supposed to have drive and initiate everything. I feel like now it's so hard to find guys that even just in general have drive in life. I feel like it's so different.
So I am totally understanding of this woman lamenting that there are no manly men, no masculine men out there. But simultaneously, I have to ask women like her, especially of her age, what are you as women doing to uphold, your end of the bargain, to ensure that traditional femininity is kept well alive? Because it's one thing to say, hey, I miss masculinity, but don't you think there are tons of men out there wondering the same thing about their female counterparts? How about we all as a society try to embrace tradition and return to our roots and acknowledge that the genders are best when they are helping each other and complementary?
And a lot of these modern women, the way they complain, they didn't think that their consequences were going to come at some point in time. They didn't think that karma was going to be a thing. They thought that they can, just move however they wanted, whenever they wanted. And really, honestly and truly, nothing would happen, right? But at some point in time, your bad, just the stupidity of everything is going to catch up to you. It's going to catch up to you. And it has for a lot of these modern women.
Men have approached women, and the next thing you know, we're on somebody's Instagram stories. Can you believe he posted. I mean,
that's what I was going to ask you. That's what I was going to ask you, Charles. Like, I mean, it almost seems like because of the, like, I would say, like, hostile environment that's been created. And, you know, unfortunately, women, just because you're not doing it, there are so many that are, that it's created a hostile environment. It really has. It's made a lot of men, like, apprehensive who might have approached you, you know, 6 years ago. You know, it's very different now. And so I think that there does need to be, I'm not saying that, you know, the whole world, like all of our society and culture is going to like completely flip into a seesaw. But so I'm not about changing necessarily the macro culture, but your own personal interactions. If you can think about what's going on in the macro, that men have been, first of all, just been rejected.
Modern women don't want to hear it. But if you really ask a man what he wants, 9 times out of 10, he's going to say silence. I want peace. I don't want all of this other nonsense. You got chaos all around me. You got chaos around my kids, man. You got chaos around my kids. Just acting stupid. Acting silly. You got all of these people are going in and out of my house. And then you wonder why you can't find a man to wife you up. You can't find a good man to be around you. Because you're around stupidity and chaos all the time. Men don't like that crap.
The new relationship is not special, okay? They're going to portray it as if it is. This is their soulmate and their true love and like the perfect partner. Right. The reality is the new person is simply a new audience that hasn't seen the yet. The mask hasn't slipped yet. That's it.
But I think a lot of it was, why be alone when I can have another woman stroke my ego, stroke my make me feel whole, you know, take care of things that I don't like to do around the home. Like, why would any narcissist want to learn how to clean their home or organize their life or lay out their own outfits when they can just move another supply in and it's all done for them immediately?
So monkey branching is the narcissist lines up their next relationship before leaving the current one. They swing from one relationship to the next without ever being alone, just like a monkey swinging from a branch to branch.
And once again, a lot of these modern women, I don't need no man until I do. Trying to walk up a flight of stairs, with groceries. I remember there was one woman, the people came in, she had a grocery delivery, and she was upset. I think she was darn near crying because it was a lot of groceries. And she thought if she lived up, she was up some flight upstairs, and she thought the delivery people were going to bring all those groceries up all those flight of stairs. Like, are you insane? Absolutely not.
Bear with me. Women deserve less. Why? Traditionally, women are born with everything that they need to survive in this life. They're born with their beauty, and men, you know, we're shallow. We like a woman that's hot. We don't think you're hot, we're not going to be with you. Men, on the other hand, we're not necessarily judged off that. We have to obtain everything that we have to do to be attractive to these women. So therefore, when I meet a woman and, you know, I like her, I want to vet her, I'm going to put her through the trenches. I'm going to check her temperature a little bit before I take her out to a Michelin-star restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So after you vet it through this time, you prove that you're worth, I bet, princess treatment, yada, yada, yada. But before then, we got to bring you down to earth and keep in reality. Because, bro, we got 6s out here trying to live like 8s and 9s and shit out here. They say, all right, look, I'm on 6-pack, 6 foot, 6 figures. All right, that's cool, but what you bring to the table?
Men are not lonely enough. Okay? Male loneliness epidemic, y'all brought it on yourselves. Who is the one that set up these systems? Who is the one that set up those systems? Please, let me know, because last time I checked, it was men, and yet y'all still have the audacity to hold the mic and say about, see, this is why most women who are educated, who know their worth, are gonna end up being single, because y'all don't deserve us.
You know why a lot of guys nowadays are choosing to actively not date? I have a few friends who are absolute studs. They make great money. They got their own place. They got a really promising career, and they're just solid, stable dudes. The reason why is because they were dating girls, and then they were passed over, looked over for some odd reason, and there was a bum that these ladies chose. For example, a guy that's like really into partying, he's really into like friends, he's really into traveling, doing all this. He's not necessarily a guy that's into building a career or has this crazy ambition. He just wants to have a lot of fun. There's so many dudes these days. I can't even relate to it on a single %. But anyways, after those guys were not chosen by the girl that they were dating, they're just like, dude, I can't even win. I can't even be a stud and actually win in this environment. But then again, you ladies break up with those guys because they're not really going anywhere. And then you wonder why you're still single. We ain't wondering why.
So I got to give points to the gentlemen. They've been saying for a while that 80% of women only date about 20% of men. And I've been thinking about this for a long time. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm looking at the percentage of single mothers versus the percentage of single fathers. And the data is not quite lining up. Then I started to think about the T app. And I said, wait a minute. If women are posting all the same guy on the T app, and they're all running over there and rating their experience with the same guy. Wait a minute. These women are all dating the same men. Because how would you explain that one guy has like 30 different women rating him poorly? 30 different women have dated this guy and they have a bad report on him. I think the guys were right about this one.
Say, if you're not trying to say I love you in 2 weeks, go on vacation in 4, get married in about 2 months, then why the fuck are you in my DM? Why are you here? Cause, yeah.
Come on, shorty. You know exactly why niggas in your DMs. Now, saying you love somebody in 2 weeks is, I've heard that before, but getting married in 2 months that's tight crazy. You are definitely a hopeless romantic. As soon as you meet a nigga you're attracted to, you like, yeah, that's my husband. But men, by any means, don't fall for that. They lying to you when they say that shit. They want you to do the most. Once you do the most, they gonna pack you up. Your time is up, my boy. I've definitely dealt with a woman like that. She was like, oh, I love you in 2 weeks and everything all good and flowers and roses and all that. The next thing you know, she crazy. I can tell shorty crazy. She pulling up to your crib, popping tires, breaking glass, doing all that. Hiding in the bushes with the binoculars, trying to see where you say you at. Location on all the time. Air tag probably in your ass crack. Trust and believe you trying to go out with the guy. She's poisoning your food. She putting laxative in that motherfucker. Now you got bubble guts all day. You can't go outside and play. You can't do shit. Trust me. I know.
Oh, it's not. Excuse me, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, you're very pretty. I can get your Instagram?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Wait, what? Where are you going?
Drink.
Like, where are you going?
Continue my walk.
No, you're not gonna, like, ask why, ask about my boyfriend, like, try to, like, where's the effort, you know?
I actually said no, so I'm gonna go.
But you don't want to, like, know why? Like, you don't care why?
I don't give a bro. You said no, bro. So, bro, on to the next hoe.
Not like what happened to, like, oh, you got a boyfriend or something?
Bruh,
you don't let you have friends?
Here's the problem with you girls, bro. You want me to get on my knees and plead as to why you said no?
You don't have to plead, but where's the effort?
What effort, bro? You said no. You don't deserve my effort, bro. If you was interested, you would have said yes, bro. You said no, so now it's time to go. Like, it's no if, ands, but.
No, like, that's not the line.
Y'all be used to these losers, bro. I'm not gonna spam, ask you why. Like, I don't care, bro. You said no. There's a million girls in this world, bro. You think I'm ready to sit right here and waste my time?
Bro, you're not wasting your time. It's me.
Bro, I'm not.
It's me.
Who's you?
Bruh.
I'm ready to shake my cup, bro. I just met you, bro. You look good, just like the other 50 girls that I asked for the Instagram, bro. I already shake my cup for your gram, bro. You said no. Okay, cool.
Bro, no, that's not your line. You gotta hit me with the, like, oh, he don't let you have friends. Like, do that part.
No.
All right.
The worst thing they can do is say no. So I was just in the gym and I saw a very attractive woman in there, okay? She was like partially Asian. I like Asian women. That's besides the point. She was probably 40 years old. I'm 24, but she was very, very attractive. She might have been in her mid-30s. Anyway, she was working out and I was working out. I didn't want to say anything to her while she was working out, so I waited until she was done working out and she was like over in the stretch area stretching. Mind you, I have not said anything to a girl in the gym in years. So I'm like, what the hell? This woman is very attractive, so I'm gonna go say hi. The worst thing she can do is say no. So she had her headphones out. I walked up to her. I said, hey, what's your name? I shit you not. She gave me the dirtiest look of all time and said, I'm married. And I just kind of laughed. I was like, oh, sorry, and kind of walked away. 5 minutes later, the employees at the gym come up to me and say, hi, we have had multiple reports of you harassing women in the gym. I was like, multiple reports? I just asked that lady what her name was. They were like, yeah, we know. We saw the cameras. It wasn't a big deal, but this woman is upset that you asked her that. So slowly, the worst she can say is no is becoming way worse. So the employees then inform me that my presence at the gym is making this woman extremely uncomfortable and I have to leave for the night. I didn't look at her. I didn't even see her after I asked her name. So they were like 5 minutes away from closing anyway. So I was like, all right, I was almost done with my workout anyway. I'll just leave.
We about to come out hitting. I need to know, Sarah, why are these guys so corny these days? Why are men so corny?
Okay, first of all, I'm so glad that you asked this. Why are women so traumatized that they feel like a man that treats them well, is thoughtful, compassionate, and actually shows up for them is corny? Why is it that women are so traumatized that they want the man that's emotionally unavailable and will do actual things to make them feel worse about themselves? Why is it that women can't just take the time to appreciate a good man when they see him? So much so, they so traumatized, they gonna say, oh, he's a simp. Oh, he's corny. Maybe that's why you single. And you need to be out here getting recycled by every man that'll use you because apparently you ain't looking for love. I feel like weak people get together with other weak people and they call it marriage. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just want to say this so bluntly. And I say this with love to all of my ladies, okay?
Oh, Lord,
I really
Jesus
do.
Christ.
The majority of women want the finished product man. And the man that is the finished product would not choose the majority of those women.
Because men have a desire to lead and teach. He doesn't want a woman that knows everything.
No. I think that it's not about a woman knowing everything. I think I'm a fairly wise woman. I think I'm a well-read woman. I have 3 degrees, an honorary doctorate. I've traveled around the world. I've taught people about leadership, self, and business development.
Jordan, congratulations to you, not only for the Oscar, but for curbing that motherfucker. For curbing. Hey, baby, listen, you cannot be with me down in the valleys. You do not deserve to be with me at the mountaintop. Michael B. Jordan is totally right for this. Because when he was trying to be the man that she wanted, when he was doing all the things right, when he was doing everything that women say they want in a man, what did she do? She bounced. And so friend. And y'all was clap like it was cute. But who got the last laugh now? What awards Lori Harvey done won except maybe a trip to the clinic? What acclaim has Lori Harvey's career had except another body? What has she done with her life since her and Michael B. Jordan broke up except have multiple relationships that did not work? See, the difference between men and women after a breakup a lot of the times is when women break up, they go in their hoe face, their hoe bag. They go out and have fun, which means that they're going to go and be promiscuous. Men, on the other hand, because we actually love unconditionally, we usually got to take some time and focus on ourselves. We get our body, our mind right. We start focusing on our purpose. And guess what? We come out better every time. I know for a fact, every time that I broke up or got out of a relationship with a woman, I came out better. There's not one that can ever say, yeah, he fell off since he messed with me. And see, that's the difference between us. Salute to Michael B. Jordan. Congratulations on being the 6th black man to win that award. You deserve it, King. But even a better caveat, congratulations on you ignoring that and sending her back to the luxury apartments, the ugly money. I am showing y'all that I'm getting
now. So he is funny as hell, man. I watch him on Instagram, man. He's cracking me up. So he's 100% correct. He's 100% correct. If true that she tried to, spin the block on him because back then she didn't want me, but now I'm an Oscar winner. Now she all on me.
I'm going to get so much for this and probably a lot of hate, but I absolutely dislike when females come online and they're like, ew, if you saw who my ex cheated on me with, he's so downgraded. If you would have been giving it to him the entire time y'all were married, he wouldn't have had to downgrade. Like, I just don't understand. Women do not comprehend the fact that their husbands get married to marry and be with them for the rest of their lives. They didn't get married to be in a celibate relationship. They got married to have one partner, preferably a freak in the bed and a lady in the streets, think there's a song. She's a lady in the streets, but a freak in a bed. You know what I'm talking about. But seriously, like, men don't choose to just go and cheat on unless they're POSs. I get that there are men out there that just, it doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to please them, right? We're not talking about those. We're talking about the good men that continue to show up, provide, and protect for their wives, but get told no in the bedroom every single day, and then those days lead to months, and months lead to years, and now they're left going insane and crazy. Of course they're going to cheat on the first thing that gives them an ounce of respect and comfort. Anyway, carry on with your day. Am I right?
Okay, can we talk about this? Because I'm seeing certain men creators on this app saying that women should be approaching men. And I just want to say that I think the level of men who think like that needs to be studied. And I'm not the type of person to quickly pass judgment on a person, but I'm really intrigued to know, like, how were you raised? I'm really intrigued to know, like, what's genuinely your interest. I know a lot of times people use the term of men being sassy these days, and I'm one that I don't necessarily want to outright call a man sassy, especially if I don't know them, but I'm really curious to know, like, what's your thought process of really believing that a woman should be approaching a man? And before any men get in my comments saying, this is why women are single, because X, Y, and Z. I don't believe in women approaching men, but I do believe women should be positioning themselves to be approachable, to be kind, to come across as friendly, and to give some indication that they are available. But even if we look at animals, there's birds and different type of animals that literally goes out their way, and we're talking about the male species, literally goes out of their way to be intriguing and to catch the attention of the woman. But you're telling me that the human personnel, we are expecting the woman to pursue the man. And the thing that's sad about it is that I see women in the comments like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna try that, let me do this. And the thing about it is that honestly, either he's taken or he's just not that interested in you. And the thing about it is like, it may be a sad reality, but it's okay. You're not going to be everyone's type. I'm not everyone's type. That's okay. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to have a certain level of standards and boundaries to where desperation is not leading you in these moments, because the way you start that relationship is definitely how you're going to continue it. If you pursued him, he's never going to let you forget that. So ladies, stand up and be approachable, but do not pursue him.
You know, a lot of these modern women for years been cracking jokes. For years been cracking jokes, man. Men are trash. Men ain't this. Men ain't that. Everybody laughing and kikiing. But them jokes don't hit the same way they do today. Now, do they? Because now, the same men that y'all were clowning are gone. Went overseas, went and found somebody else, got you up out of his face, checked out, and suddenly it ain't that funny. Now, is it? Suddenly, all those quote unquote trash men, now y'all want them back. It's crazy how that works.